Good morning, everyone. Hello. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas with family and friends. At this time, we are currently seeing the COVID surge post Thanksgiving holiday, and maybe in about 2 weeks, we are going to see the Christmas surge, and about 2 or 3 weeks after that, we'll probably see the New Year's surge because people are traveling on the holidays. So this leads to my next topic: when COVID hits home. So you just found out that a member of your household is COVID positive. So what do you do? First of all, if the individual don't have shortness of breath or have severe symptoms, that person might be just sent home to self-isolate for 14 days and be told to treat the symptoms. Or if they have minor symptoms, the provider might just prescribe some medications for them to take home. So when returning home, the first thing you're going to do is to isolate the person who is positive. If you're lucky enough to have a room in your home, put that person in that room by themselves. If you have a small room, put them in that small room. If you have a room with a bathroom, put them in there. If you have an area or a room that has a separate entrance, for example, some homes have basements with separate entrance and they have bathrooms in there, put that person there. So select a bathroom or select a room with a bathroom where if you have lots of rooms in your home. However, if you do not have a room, like for example, we have families that are living in studio apartments, and there may be like multiple people in there, like 4 or 5 people living in a studio apartment, or some people are renting bed spaces, and they may be renting bed space in a garage or something. And so if you are one of those people, try to create a separation in the area with curtains. Preferably put that infected person in a corner of the room. So if possible, you can get a HEPA filter or an air cleaner if you can, and this can help clean the air in your area. Okay, so make sure everyone wears a mask. So get a mask. You see a face mask in there. Practice good hand hygiene. I would also recommend wearing face shields, especially if you're sharing space. Like for example, if you're one of those people that are living with multiple people in a studio apartment, or sharing bed spaces with people in a garage and all that stuff. Of course, when people are eating and everything, it will help if people will have face shields. Use disposables at this point. So use paper plates, plastic utensils, disposable cups. Really minimize the reuse of anything if you can. If not, try to wash those utensils in hot water. I would separate what they use, like set aside the plates that they're going to use, the forks, the spoons that they're going to use, and reuse those all the time for them separately. So that will be their set of plates, forks, spoons, and cups. So if the person is symptomatic, these are some of the symptoms that they might have. So they might have fever or chills. They may have cough. May have shortness of breath. They'll have fatigue, or you feel tired all the time. You have muscle or body aches. You have headache. You have new loss of taste or smell. So pay attention. It's new loss of taste or smell. You have a sore throat. You have congestion or runny nose. You have nausea and vomiting, or you might have diarrhea as well. Okay, so they're at home, caring for them at home. So the meals need to be served in disposable materials, plates, disposable plates, forks, all that stuff. Or you set aside, like I said before, you set aside set for them to use and reuse, and that's what those are the utensils or the eating stuff that you're going to use for them throughout the duration of their illness. Limit contact with the people. Eat in separate areas. So the infected person needs to eat in their designated isolation area or room. That's why they are isolated. They're supposed to be in their room by themselves. They're not supposed to get out of that room. And then if they are separated by curtain and everything, they should just stay in there as much as possible. So when caring for a sick person, always make sure to wear a mask or gloves and wash hands or use the hand sanitizer, especially when you're handling things from the infected person. Since it's contact, make sure every time you touch the surface or anything like that, wash your hands. So line all your trash cans with plastic bags and liners. If it's not possible for the sick person to have their own bathroom, make sure the bathroom is clean after they're used. Masks must be worn at all times. So if the infected person is able to clean the bathroom, they should clean it. If not, if they're too sick to clean it, and if you have to clean it, wait about half an hour before getting in to clean the bathroom. This ensures that the droplets have fallen to the surface, and you can just clean the surfaces at that point. Make sure you protect yourself though. Make sure you have your gloves and your mask, okay? So if you have a shared space, make sure to open the windows and door to increase the air circulation. Always clean your surfaces often with a disinfectant. I'm sure that right now the disinfectants are hard to come by. This one right here, which one is the disinfectant cleanser? I found that in that yellow bottle. I found that, I think, in Costco. If you can't find anything else, you can get bleach solution, and you can dilute that. What you can do, you can if you buy the Clorox, you can go to their website and it will tell you the proper dilution to for the disinfection. Okay. Okay, so what other things do you need to do? So unless the provider prescribes something, chances are you just address the symptoms, such as taking over-the-counter meds for fever, cough, headache, sore throat, and congestion. Stock up on the Gatorade if the person is vomiting. There's also been studies linking the role of vitamins C, D3, zinc in the fight against COVID. So talk to your provider in incorporating these vitamins in your regimen. Stock up on Gatorade if the person is vomiting. You can use also ginger ale or ginger tea. So if you have a pulse oximeter, I'm going to show you what it is. This is a pulse oximeter. This measures your oxygen saturation, and you turn this on, and you put your thumb in here, and it will measure. So anything over 92, the NIH recommends 92%. Anything lower than that, you should call your provider. You also need a thermometer because, of course, you're going to monitor the temperature of the individual. You take that. Some thermometers, they sell plastic sheets in there, but this one I don't have anything. So it's okay, you can use this. But if you use that, if you don't have a plastic sheet, what you have to do, you have to use this one. Alcohol swab, you have to clean it in between use. Also, you got a Tylenol in there for fever, NyQuil, Robitussin. Those are all over-the-counter things that you might want to get. You have hand sanitizer. I have here a CPR mask shield if you are trained in CPR or BLS or something, this might be handy. You never know when you're gonna need to perform CPR. And since you have to monitor the oxygen saturation, you know, at home you don't really have any oxygen, wall oxygen like they have in the hospitals, or you don't have an oxygen tank. What I found is this is a Oxygen Plus. This is actually oxygen. This is a recreational oxygen. You use this when you're camping or hiking, and you're up there and you're all of a sudden you're short of breath and everything. So this is what you use. So you put this in your mouth or your nose, and then you squeeze this in here, and then you inhale. And this is pure oxygen. So when that person is turning blue or something, you're calling 911, and if they haven't passed out yet, you can give them the oxygen. This is the face mask, and this is the disinfectant cleaner that I told you about. Okay, so you already have the cleaner, the vitamins you can do. Okay, so when the person is quarantined at home, how do you know when you need to take that person back to the emergency room? So according to CDC, these are the signs and symptoms to look for that will signal you to take that person straight to the emergency room. So one will be trouble breathing. So you're going to, see them gasping for breath and everything. And then the other one, when you're taking their pulse ox, their oxygen saturation, it'll probably be lower than 92%. So you might want to take them to the emergency room. You have a persistent pain or pressure on the chest. They might be having chest, MI, a heart attack also. You have a new confusion. So new is the word for it. That means there's probably not enough oxygen going to their brain, so they're confused. So inability to wake or stay awake, and bluish lips or face. Those are symptoms that the respiratory status is compromised. Let's see what else I need to tell you. Okay, so now the quarantine is over. If all goes well and everything, and the person is getting better at home, they don't need to go to the emergency room. So now the quarantine is over. What do you need to do next? So one thing you need to do is, you always need to check with your provider and see, okay, do I need to get tested again to make sure that I am clear to go back to work or whatever. But at home, one thing you need to do is to clean. You need to disinfect all the surfaces, laundry, everything that was exposed to the infected person. If you have a UV light, you might want to run it in the room. So please follow the instructions. Let me see. I do have a UV light. Give me a second. I'll get it. Okay, this is a UV light. This is the Apollo UV sterilization lamp. I got this not a while back, and just to prepare. So this is how it looks like. Whoops. So you plug this in and you follow the instructions. It has 15-minute, 30-minute, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes timer in there. So follow the instructions, because once the timer is set, nobody's supposed to be in that room. Okay. So I think that's it. I don't think I forgot anything. For more information and caring for a person with COVID, please go to the CDC website, or look it up in hook up with your local public health official or their website in your area. I hope this helps, and please be safe out there. Please continue to wear your mask. Make sure it fits. Observe social distancing and wash your hands often. Thank you, and be safe.